Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how you all doing?
Hi, everybody.
We're not starting soon anymore.
We're not starting so we smash it out of the way. Get it, smash it out of the way. Smash it out of the way. Ha ha ha. I did it by myself.
Yeah.
How you doing, Doig?
Thank you for waking me up.
You're welcome.
Doing okay.
It was me who did the waking today. It was I.
Table surfing.
Everybody was surfing on tables in their rooms. How you doing, Doig?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm alright, yeah.
You had a bad headache yesterday.
I
How's
did.
that doing?
It's gone.
Oh, it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone, at least for now. At least for now. Okay, you put me. You're gonna bring the headache back. You can bring me down. Put me down. Yes. Yes. Solid ground. Feel good beneath bird feet.
Do you like the rate at which you run now?
Do I like it?
Yeah.
It is. There is something about it. There is something about it.
Yeah.
That feels more bird-like, and that's like a dad who's left their keys in their car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like it.
Okay, cool.
I think I like it. Chat! Chat! How are you? How the heck are you?
Whoa. Just saw the donut go
Yeah,
by.
oh man, I wish I had a donut right now.
Yeah, the donut is good.
Hi, Ayanoki. Filtermoda says good. Nukanot says very good. Eureka Pete says doing, foin, going, something with Owen at the end. Ooh. Ayanoki says I had an in real life meetup with my friends tonight and I met 5 new people. 5. And one of them is a friend I met through Twitch who lives in my town. Oh, that's cool.
Well, that's awesome.
You guys can talk about all the Twitch secrets together.
What Twitch secrets?
You know,
What ones?
the Twitch secrets.
What ones?
Wink. Wait, that's the wrong. Wink. Right?
What Twitch secret? I don't know any Twitch secrets.
Wink.
Well, you know.
I'll tell you later.
Tell me
it's
the
it's
secrets.
way too secret to mention on stream. I shouldn't even have mentioned the worst secrets.
I want. Tell me, like, if there's like 5, then just tell me.
There's
one
like
of
a
them.
million.
There's a million Twitch secrets.
There's like a million Twitch secrets.
And you
can't believe you don't know any of them.
You haven't told me any of them.
I just thought you knew because you're a Twitch streamer.
Oh, maybe I do, but I don't know their secret.
Well, you better not have been saying them everywhere because if you had Twitch,
how would I?
Twitch has a special algorithm to detect if you said a secret, and if you say one, they'll come and they'll get you.
Get me what?
They'll get you at night.
Get me at night.
Yeah, they'll get you. They'll come into your bedroom.
I don't like this game anymore.
They'll come into your bedroom. They'll jump on you.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, they're really big as well, so it'll probably hurt you.
Twitch jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Black shaded.
Yeah, they raffle in, and then they jump on you, and they say, never tell our secrets again, and then they leave. It's really scary.
How do you know this?
And that's just a warning. I can't believe you said it.
It said what?
I can't believe you said it was a Twitch secret.
I don't know if it is.
It
sounds like that's it could be one of them.
As well as telling Twitch secrets, also pretending that things are Twitch secrets that aren't will get the raffle police to come over to your house. So now you're gonna get raffled.
Raffle.
I can't believe you're gonna get raffled.
What's a raffle? Did you make up raffle police?
No, they raffle it. They repel.
Oh. The repel police.
They
raffle.
They repel by their lapels in. Is there a Twitch secret that there are Twitch secrets? No, that's common knowledge amongst streamers, which is why I was so surprised when you didn't know any of them.
I know about
Poor
the
sad
keys.
little bear.
I know about the keys. I don't know about the secrets.
What keys?
The Twitch key.
Yes, I know about the the Twitch keys, of course, yes. Well, that's also common knowledge, but the secrets are not. I mean, they are, but you don't know them.
I don't know them. Nor do I wish to know them.
Oh, if you don't know them, then you can't stream well.
You can't stream well if you don't know them.
No, they're very important.
Oh, now I do.
I'll have to tell you them later, though. I couldn't possibly tell them on stream, or Twitch will repel in. They'll rappel. They'll rappel, then they'll grapple.
Yeah, when you first said it, I thought you said they would grapple in, and I just imagine them like hugging one another and cartwheeling in.
They travel in a Katamari ball.
You seen that when someone can like hold someone by the torso and then they like do a cartwheel?
Yeah, I've seen someone throw someone too. They picked them up and they threw them. It was in a movie, but I'm sure that it could happen.
I watched a movie yesterday. I watched Pacific Rim.
Oh, that's a good movie.
They throw people all the time in that.
It's a good movie. It's Evangelion.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro watched Evangelion. That's what happened.
I read that apparently he hadn't, but I'm pretty sure that whatever like production designers or storyboarders,
if he didn't watch it, then his cinematographer watched it, and his designers watched it.
There's too many things.
I don't see why he'd deny it if he did, though.
Yeah.
He'd just be like, yes, I like Evangelion.
I think he's watched it now.
He probably watched it now, and like, you see a view from behind his chair as he's watching it, like the armchair, and his hands on the side holding a drink, and it just tightens, and then the cup smashes.
No, I don't think he'd be like that.
You don't think he'd be like, oh, they did the thing that I did. Oh no.
But Pacific Rim is so good.
Yeah.
It's got Knuckles in it.
It does have Knuckles in it. Knuckles is in that movie before he joined Sonic Squad.
It's also got Charlie Day.
Yeah, Aonoki says everybody should play a video game called The 13 Sentinels for no reason.
What? For no reason?
I've heard that 13 Sentinels is good. Ha! 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 Oh, I want to jump on them. Ha! They're very hard to land on.
Yeah. Our character controllers are not, they slip and slide a lot. I will fix it so it's more fun.
I will try to fix you. So what you up to today? How was yesterday for you?
I'm fixing it. Well, I didn't get too much done.
How did you find yesterday? What did you do yesterday?
I was after work. I was tweaking and tidying up the channel trailer, and I would like some drawings from you.
I can give them to you.
Give me your drawings.
I'll give them to you. What were you talking about a key for?
Oh, you need a Twitch key to tell OBS where to stream which channel to.
Oh, yeah, but I thought you just mentioned one now. You said, I asked you how your day was yesterday, and you said, oh, I only made a Twitch key or something. I
said I didn't do much.
Oh.
I didn't do much yesterday.
I didn't do much yesterday either, but that's because I was in bed for the entire afternoon and evening.
Yeah. And part of it, I watched Pacific Rim while
I lie. Yeah, I pressed your arm to my head with a cold towel on it. That was very helpful, by the way. Thank you.
You're very welcome. But it did mean that I spent like an hour and a half
with a soggy hand.
With a soggy hand.
Sat on the bed.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you keeping me company.
I wish I had a little yawny face. That would have been good.
That would have been good. But you know what? You can have one when we finish our VRM stuff. Then when you yawn, you'll yawn.
Yeah.
And then when you yawn.
Huh.
And then when you laugh, you'll laugh.
Huh.
And then when you're only halfway sad, you'll be only halfway sad. Yeah, that's what it'll be like.
Yeah.
You have to create blend shapes between all your expressions so that you can do varying degrees of them.
You were so good at like running around and still looking at me.
It's easy. Do you want to know the trick?
Oh, you just hold it that way.
Oh no, you found the trick. It was so easy. It's so easy. My superpower. I was like, ha, you don't know how to do that. I can tell you how to do that. And he's like, no, I figured it out now.
I figured it out. It's just the same way.
Yeah, you just hold the same. You just hold the button on your head to make it the way you want to look, and then
I figured it out.
Figured it out.
I kind of don't like giant mode anymore. It makes me feel like I'm a big mascot suit thing.
There's not enough room in the room to move around.
Yeah, just bashing stuff out of the way.
Yeah, I think we'll only have tiny mode, and then back to normal. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's funny, but it's not fun. It's like funny to look at, but it's not fun to run around as. You're just too slow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we better hop over. And I'll draw you some poses. I just need a screenshot if that's cool with you.
Where's the normal mode? There isn't a normal mode.
There isn't normal mode.
I'll code it so that there is tomorrow.
Inoki says, suggestion, have normal mode as a chat command with no timer and very cheap, so it's easy to go back to normal and special to go big or small. Could do that. I wonder if it's better to just have it on a timer.
It's probably better to just have it on a timer.
Yeah, so that people don't like waste their
Feel
redeems on
gypped.
it. Yeah. And then you can just have a button to do it on your Stream Deck. So you can do it whenever you feel like it. You could do 5 minutes of small. 5 minutes of us being tiny.
Kira Burt, they are. You like our shirts? They're on our store.
Oh, thanks. Thank you very much, Curly. Yeah. You can get them at doigswift.bigcartel.com. We should really do that shop trailer. Are you gonna model some of that today?
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
Yeah. And then we can record it. Amazing. Okay, I just need you to send me a screen grab of that frame where you are in the background.
You can get it on, if you look at a channel trailer, you can get it from there.
I just need you to send me a screen grab of that with the background.
But I would have to do the exact same thing as you would to get it for you.
Fine.
Because I can't open After
Fine.
Effects.
I'm definitely off screen. I'm definitely off screen.
Shoo.
Yeah, I'm going this way. Here I am.
Here I am.
Here I am. Waiting to begin. Let's see.
I made Soup says in quotes, but you do it.
I know that was the subtext there. All right, I'll have a look.
I was making your birdie feet. Am I able to share your screen now?
Almost. I just haven't put any eye on yet.
All right, well I'll share your birdie feet.
Okay. Channel trailer. Hook up. I'll call it pickups. Just pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay, and let me get to our channel trailer. You should be able to share my screen now, I believe.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah,
It's
cool.
already on.
Okay, there we go. Ref. Boop. Yeah. Cool. Starspike says, nice, they look birdier. Thank you. That's what we were going for. That's exactly it. Also, Kiralee, I finished listening to Calamity the other day. Oh my gosh. So good. Being human. I'm probably just gonna ink this because I think it works. Is there anything you'd want me to change about the desk or the computer or anything?
Nope. I'm absolutely fine with it. I was offering to draw it yesterday. I would have just drawn it as you had it.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Did you cry? Asked Kiralee.
Yeah, I absolutely did. 100% I cried. I cried a couple of times through it, and then at the end I just lay it out. Yeah, Seric got me, man. Brandon's storytelling, as always, is just incredible, just so wonderful and fun to listen to. And all the plays were absolutely on point. Loved it so much. Definitely Tarot Card says, you always know when someone doesn't want to do it themselves when they request it as just doing something. I say that more than I should. But I say it because I want to, imply that it wouldn't take very long. It's not! I imply it because I think it's true. Saving it from myself. Nothing is just anything. I mean, that's probably true. Morning, Pilkey. How's it going? Okay, maybe that taper is too much. That's too much taper. Just gotta try and not overthink it now.
When is new Haikyuu out? We watched it. Now I want to know what happens next.
We watched the series and we were like, oh, it's okay though. We've still got movies to go. They'll tide us over. And then we looked it up and it's like the movies are a recap of the series. And we were like, no! We thought we had new stuff. But we don't.
There's a couple of OVAs that we've yet to see, but they're...
Are there?
Well, I fell asleep during the second half of one of them.
But it was more like just 2 episodes than it was an OVA.
Yeah.
So it got like 10 minutes of Haikyuu left.
I wonder if our cat just went back to bed.
Maybe. Oh man, I'm hungry now. My tummy's woken up.
Eat some cat food.
Eat some cat food. Have some IAMs.
I'm so hug.
Nathan Terracross says, I love that the author of Haikyuu now does a bunch of real volleyball promotional art. Do they? Do they
That's
really?
cool.
That's so cool. Do they do it in an anime style?
I wonder if the author themselves, like, played volleyball.
You gotta be pretty into it to write Haikyuu, I think.
Yeah.
The only breakfast you need is a good hearty jug of coffee. Just make it so thick it's like eating something. Coffee mulch. Ape shit. Good morning, Ula. How's it going?
Oh yeah, I was gonna get. Oh.
Did you see that Ula posted in a picture of what it looks like for him where he lives at midnight?
Yes, it's very bright.
And it's like 7 o'clock in England. Like when the sky's just starting to go dark.
India drew a meme.
I did draw a meme. It's because it's been in my head for like a couple of days. I was like, I'm just going to draw it. I think it'd be funny. Even if no one else thinks it's funny, I think it's funny. So I'm going to draw it.
You think it's funny?
We think it's funny. Who are you speaking for?
World.
Thanks.
There we go.
Just Sylvia has that energy, you know? And I'm hoping I can get more of that out in book 2. I'm more excited that people seem excited for book 2.
People do.
Yeah.
It's because you left them on a what happens next.
I'm sorry.
I think even more. I'm glad people who are reading the story are assuming there's more to it because the story structure definitely implies that.
Well, there is, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it will be a pretty sucky story. Let's be honest. If it just ended there.
There is something mentally.
What is the moral?
There is something mentally. Let me put this down for a second. There is something mentally kind of a bit of a wall, as it were, because like back in 2017 we made book 1 and it was called book 1, and then people were asking the next time they saw us at the next event the next year, like, hey, where's book 2? We're like, oh, sorry, we haven't been able to make book 2 yet, but it's for very particular reasons. And that was the fact that we're making music videos and like had all our time taken up. But now that we have made more to the story, it's still not book 2, and people are still going to be asking us, hey, where's book 2? And we've actually made like 73 more pages than there were. I
mean, to be fair, I still haven't done the stuff I want to do in book 2 in this book.
I know, it still isn't. It isn't hashtag quote marks book 2.
Mm-hmm.
So for 5 years, all our minds have been thinking is, can't wait for book 2. Can't wait for book 2. Gonna do such cool things in book 2.
We are. It's coming. It's coming.
Ink Between says book 2 1.
Book 2 1.
Fiberglass. That sounds so. That's really cool to hear.
Where's that?
Show us when you make them. No pressure, but we want to see.
What?
We want to see. Fiberglass says your book is really beautiful, illustrated, and the colors are so nice. It's inspired me to try and do some comics this summer.
Oh heck yeah! Do it! If we can make a comic, anyone can make a comic.
There will never be book 2, only book 1.5, and then book 1.78, and then book 1.9.1. I love comics too.
Me 3.
But you were thinking that you might do like little
in between
comics.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. And then if IDW want, they can put that into a little collection. Or put it at the beginning of the next book or something.
We'll just start.
To tide people over that I just put up for free.
Like this one.
Like this one.
I think that'd be really neat. Book 1 and Book B.
Book 1 and Side B.
The what is it called in comics when it's like slightly more adult?
Slightly more
like,
adult.
Is it like Black Label or something? There's a term.
Something like that.
That's what it'll be. Ones
I know people know.
Where the characters like will swear and stuff. You'll just put those out.
Mitch just has a sailor mouth.
Not porn. That's not what I'm talking about.
No! Let the character say frick. Let the character say, oh, bees nuts.
Bees nuts.
Stop censoring me. Oh, fiddlesticks. This is poppycock.
Frump jugglers.
Frump jugglers?
I was joining in. What?
Oh, no, I like it. It was so good, I felt like it meant something.
No, just combining sounds with 2 words. Martina goes, I'm late! You're fine.
How could you be so late? Welcome, Martina. How's it going? Shucks Buster. It's a good one.
Shucks Buster is pretty good.
Duck teeth.
Duck teeth. Goose.
Goose.
Bumps. No, that's something.
That's all I remember of the Goosebumps theme song. And then the dog's eyes started glowing. Anyone else watched that series when they were kids? I used to read the Goosebumps books all the time.
I used to read those as well, yeah. That was probably my most read thing as a kid. Mm-hmm. Just because they were such short reads.
I really liked them. I just always got annoyed at, like, they always had this moment where the kid was confronted with whatever, like, monster or horror there was in the book. And they would always be in the corner, like, cornered by this thing. And their response would always be, what are you going to do? And I always thought that was such a weird thing for someone to say when they're cornered by someone.
What are you going to do? Please explain the terrifying, excruciatingly painful plan of yours. I'll wait. I'm in the corner.
It happened so often. In every book, they were like, what are you going to do? And it's like, what do you think they're going to do? They're probably the same thing they've done the entire book. Right? Like, turn you into a living mirror, or put your soul in a doll, or, like, just murder you with their hook hand. Probably not something good. Like, why waste your breath saying what are you going to do when you could be like, ha! Ha! I'll call the police! Ha! Kung Fu! Yeah!
Ha! Kung Fu.
Or something, you know?
If you cross Goosebumps with Sonic, then when every time a character got cornered, instead of saying, what are you gonna do? They would go, ha! Long time no see!
Long time no see! It's true.
Isn't it?
I say it so often.
Long time no see.
Cephalope says, well, they're in the explaining corner.
Gooseneck.
That's pretty good.
Hello boy. Hello man.
The explaining corner is real. Hey! Hey there. There's a little kitten here. Hey bud. How's it going, buddy? Want a good morning?
I'm annoyed. He goes past me to you. We need to swap
I'm
desks.
at the end. Yeah. He's coming back. He's bouncing.
No. Oh, you came back. Oh, you just sweet it. You just want stuff from my desk.
Between says, what are you gonna do? After I kill you? I don't know. Make a sandwich, take a nap, I haven't got my mum in a while.
Oh, he's a good boy. Oh, I love you.
Also says you're the real faker around here.
I'll make
AI.
you eat those words.
AI Goosebumps story for Halloween. That's a great idea. Yes. Did you guys ever read those How to Choose Your Own Adventure books?
Was I resetting you just now by saying hello?
Yeah, I was trying to give you room to speak.
I was just talking to the boy. Look at him.
Trying to talk over you, Lex.
Talk to the boy.
Talk to the boy.
He's so cute.
Hey, little boy.
I'm getting so big.
Oh man.
I don't know if you guys saw. I put a tweet out. Our boy Kuma, he got a lightning bolt on his back.
Sure do.
What a good boy. When he was a tiny kitten, that was just like a little white patch. And now that him big, his skin stretch and he gets a lightning bolt for sure.
Hayanoki says from the Earthworm Jim cartoon, Evil the cat, what are you gonna do after you destroy the world? Oh, I don't know. Gloat, I suppose.
Oh, he rumbly tumbling on you.
Yeah, he is. I used to love the Choose Your Own
Is that
Adventure
not
books.
the blanket from the bed?
Yeah. Close the door.
You close the door, okay. We had a little bit of like, he likes to pee on our mattress sometimes, but he doesn't pee on it if we have the blanket over it.
Mm-hmm.
But now Swifty's sitting with said blanket on her knee. So I got scared.
He really likes the blanket. There used to be these really cool Choose Your Own Adventure books where you'll get the book, but then you would also get like a bunch of stuff you could use that you would pick up in the book, like items. So I had one where it had 2 keys that came with it and a bunch of other stuff, and the keys had holes cut out of them. So you would pick up the key on a page and you would take it out of the box and be like, cool, I picked this up, I have this now. And then when you got to a code later in the book, you could use the key to like crack the code and stuff. It was really cool. It had props and everything.
Irenoki, we ordered some and Amazon was like, we've lost your order. I'm like, no, this is a bit time sensitive, Amazon.
Amazon liked doing that. They lost our cat litter trays as well.
They did, yeah. Well, that one they just outright cancelled, but so I'm gonna order more because it's a bit annoying. But I bought enzyme stuff and some baking soda and vinegar.
Come on,
and
little
stuff.
boy, just put your entire butt on here.
You
He's
hope.
got just his upper body on top of me at the minute.
Let's see. You hope this thumbnail is good enough. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh. Prepare for trouble.
Oh my god.
Yes! Make it double. To
You-
protect the world from devastation.
You've got a D and I've got an S.
Listen, that's fine. We're Team Doig Swift. I love it. That's incredible.
That's very good.
It's incredible. We need 2 Meowths. I won't make you redo the thumbnail though. It's perfect as it is. I do kind of want to draw us with the Team Rocket stuff on now though. When are Pokemon going to give us a game where we get to play as Team Rocket?
Team Rocket surprise.
That's right. I'm going to get your little butt. Whoop. I'm going to put it down here. There we go. I picked him up by the butt. Hey, how's it going, little dude?
Aww. He is going to be such a soft boy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. They both are. You should have seen Spyro on the bed yesterday. She was lying with like her lower half just facing the sky, with her legs just like spread. She looked like she'd melted. She looked like if you drew a cat from the front and then just transferred that onto a sheet of paper. She was just flat. There we go. He's left me. Come on then. Go into your little bed. Go on. That's right. Getting scritches from both sides. Cat's a liquid, so that's normal. It was so cute. It was really nice to see her so at ease. Oh, ho, ho. No, he's just saying hello. He's like a little lion. Martina said I put this one in the reject pile. I had no thumbnail for today, so I fished it out of the reject pile. I didn't know you had a reject pile, Martina. What the heck? My goodness. You mean there are thumbnails you've made that we haven't even seen? You're so prolific.
Sorry, he's looking around. He wants pets. I'll be right back.
Yeah, he needs pets. He requires them, like fuel. Sorry, Mike's got him. Aww, buddies. Yeah, so Mike was trying to finish off the intro to the animation trailer that we have on our YouTube.
Get out of there, buddy.
And realised that I had forgotten to give him an important piece of animation.
You're standing on the keyboard, buddy.
So that's what this is. It's just one still pose, but I just forgot to give it to Mike. So I'm taking care of it now.
He jumped off me and head straight into the biscuit box.
Oh no. Are there any biscuits left in yonder biscuit box? Can I have a biscuit? I'm so hungry, dude. You must be really hungry.
I'm pretty hungry.
As well. Like, we bought pizzas to have last night and then neither of us ate them.
I love this little sound he makes when he's like.
I was making food yesterday morning, and I steamed myself some broccoli, and Kuma got a piece of broccoli and he went bonkers for it. Yeah. He didn't eat it, he just carried it around in his mouth and growled at me every time I tried to take it off him.
He's very territorial over his trees.
Oh, Possum Magic says, what are you drawing? I mean, I know it's Doig, but why? It's because this is a piece of animation that I accidentally didn't give Doig, that he needs to do the intro anim for our YouTube trailer. So I'm taking care of it now. But it's only one frame. So
taking care of business.
Taking care of business.
I'm giving her burfy.
So I'm just going to keep it real simple. I just keep it like that.
Do you want little calves?
If I want little calves, no, I don't.
You don't want calves?
No.
Okay.
Make them cartoony. One of the things that freaks me out is when I get a little freaked out when anthropomorphic creatures have very human-like proportions.
Okay.
And so seeing like a sculpted humanoid leg that's just been shrunk down to a smaller size always freaks me out.
Well, I made yours leg a little thinner.
Okay, I quite like that. It's quite a nice shape. It doesn't feel too human.
Yeah.
I'm into it. Yeah, I'm into it. I wonder when we'll get a more Delta room. Oh, that reminds me, I need to do thumbnails for that. Maybe that's something I will ask Power about today when he's around.
He's floating in the overlay.
Is he? Power, are you there? Are you there? I could just ask you now.
Doig and Swift, is it scary letting people watch your whole process? I feel like I would die if you saw me try and troubleshoot some things while I'm editing. Is it scary?
It used to be. It used to be way. It still is sometimes. Yeah. It still is sometimes scary, especially when you can't get something right. You know, then you're like, oh man, I feel like the people who are watching are either gonna feel like they're not, like it's not worth them being here because we're not doing anything productive, or they're gonna be like, these guys don't know what they're doing.
I get more worried now about being aimless and like not producing something like that I can like sit back from a stream and go, I did that on stream today.
Yeah.
But in terms of sharing the process, I think it's always been our goal to kind of like pull back the curtain and be like, you don't just set up a project and then immediately like, if you know all the steps to doing a project and it's all in front of you, then you've probably done it before, and if you've done it before, then you're no longer kind of pushing yourself. For me,
the point of a streaming like has always kind of been to show the progress and to show the
struggle.
So I don't get too upset when that happens. It's almost a good thing when it happens, because one of the reasons we wanted to stream was to show people that when you make things, you don't always know what you're doing. And sometimes you'll fail, and sometimes things won't turn out the way you want them to. But that's okay. It was really important to us to show the entire process of creation from beginning to end, so that it demystified it for people. People no longer just saw someone do a rough sketch and then the next day they had a cleaned, inked thing that looked beautiful. Like, no longer were people producing just incredible finished pieces out of nowhere and just dropping them. You know, giving you the feeling of, oh my gosh, that's so good. How the heck did they make that? I could never make anything like that. Getting to see someone like struggle through that from the beginning, and all the places they fall down or second guess themselves or do something wrong or have to compromise because they don't have a program or they don't have time. I think that's really important to see, so that you can understand that it's just as feasible for you to do something like that. It's just a lot of small steps, rather than a big mountain. So we always really wanted to stream the entire process, so people could really follow something from beginning to completion, which is what we did with the trailer. So the thing I'm doing right now, that I'm doing this extra frame for, we storyboarded the trailer on stream and we animated it on stream, and Doig tried to composite it on stream, but to be fair, After Effects doesn't like it when we stream and use it at the same time. So he did a bit of that on stream, but couldn't do all of it.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that when people watch the VODs or come to the streams, they'll see that the process, like, there were lots of places where we didn't know what we were doing. But that's okay. So in that way, we kind of had to become okay with people seeing us screw up.
If we could have done it, I would have liked to have streamed working on things like Starlight Brigade and that sort of stuff. Yeah,
I would love to stream a big project like that. And we would totally 100% do that. The only problem is that a lot of those projects are tied behind NDAs. Yeah. Which means that the companies and the clients don't want you to share them before they're ready. So with a lot of client work, even though I would absolutely love to do some on stream and show people, our hands are tied by the companies we're working for at the time. Or we would. That's one of the things that I enjoy about Glim, is a lot of the stuff that I did for Glim, even the stuff that got published by IDW, I worked on stream.
Yeah.
Because that was my own project, so I was able to just show people, hey, this is like a thumbnail I've done for the page, and today I'm going to try and ink this page. Let me catch up with chat. Inoki says I'm a pretty good artist, but when I'm learning a new thing, I make a bunch of garbage before I start to get it. I kind of dive into the crap boldly. If you draw a thing badly 20 times, the 21st is going to look pretty great. It's just a process. Yeah, what was it Jake the dog said? Sucking at something is the first step to being kind of good at something. That's the same for everything. When people are adults, they tend to feel like they should be able to just jump into something and immediately be a certain amount of good at it without needing to go from the beginning. Which is why a lot of adults, I think, feel like maybe they are too old to start art because they're actually embarrassed to be bad at it. They feel like because they're 30 or 40, they need to have a certain amount of competency in it when people look at them rather than drawing like a 5-year-old. Mm-hmm. But we all start in the same place. If you haven't drawn before, if you haven't practiced it, then you're going to be at the same place as anyone else who hasn't practiced it. But, you know, you'll get there. Everybody will get there. It's just like riding a bike or anything else.
Yeah, a 5-year-old probably has around about 1 to 1.5 years of experience of drawing behind them.
Yeah. I Made Soup says, for me, the biggest struggle is follow through. I have so many ideas and I start so many things, but I very rarely get back to them or finish anything because, new ideas. I may have ADHD, so I could track. Yeah, I mean, finishing something is such a rush. Finishing something is like the best feeling in the world. You gotta finish something. You gotta, even for yourself. And a good trick is just to do something that's very small so that you can finish it before your motivation for that thing runs dry. It can be hard because sometimes you find that you're only motivated by huge stories or big epic things. But find something you're super passionate about that's very small and do that. Or Mike's been talking recently about openers and closers. Find yourself a closer to work with.
Yeah, that was part of the ADHD workshop that I did, was that like in companies you can have people who are very good at finishing tasks and very good people who are good at problem solving how to do something. Mm-hmm. But like if it's really tough to finish a task for someone, then collaborating helps things get made.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure that I have ADHD, but I am a closer.
Yeah.
I think partially because I'm addicted to the feeling of finishing things. It's so good. What a feeling. But that helps because Doig isn't a closer.
No.
So I try and push Doig to finish things.
You've got the hyper-focusedness as well.
Do you think you don't have that?
No. Well,
I think it's more just I hate starting something and then leaving it unfinished. I always want to finish it. Like, I always want to take something off the list.
You have a large emotional reaction to unfinished things.
Yeah, I do. I think maybe that's the OCD coming in. The wombo combo. Like, if it's just something that would take another hour to finish, I can't take leaving it for the night. I'm like, what the heck? Why would you leave it? It's so close. You could just finish it.
Yeah, which is why things like the channel trailer, which was storyboarded in 2021 and was finished animation in the summer of 2021 and has been on my desk for like a year now. I'm terrible.
You're not terrible. You're great. You have problems finishing things. I think it's partially because I think it links into the thing where you're kind of a little bit scared of decision making or committing to stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's more attractive to you to run away than to commit yourself to something. And I think that goes the same for animated projects maybe. It's like when you feel like it's about to get finished, you kind of get scared of that last 10% and run away.
Yes.
Well, hello, little man. Wait, did you two animate Starlight Brigade? Yeah, we were part of the team. So I directed it, Mike art directed it, and then there were some other animators and artists who worked with us to make that happen. Whoop. Hey, little man. Don't bump a microphone with your little noggin. Come on then. You want to sit on my lap? You can come and sit on my lap. There you go. Good boy.
There you go. You got it. SB.
Pilkey says, like, I felt a bit silly basically tweaking stuff vertex by vertex in Blender, thinking I was doing something wrong. Watching Doig do the same now makes me feel less like I'm bad at Blender. Yeah, don't worry about it. Sometimes that's just what it takes to get it the way you want it, right? It's worth the time. Inoki says, finishing things is really hard, but worth it though. And Ink Between says, Miss Frizzle has the best advice towards learning anything. Take chances, make mistakes, get messy. That is great advice. I've never watched Miss Frizzle, but she sounds dope. She's got some sound advice. Yeah, you made soups. Sorry, I made soup says, that's me to a T. I need to do like small dailies or 2-day projects max. Too bad I need to work on an entire thesis project right now. If you're able to break it into small chunks, then break it into small chunks so it feels like it's a bunch of mini projects. That's my tip. Just worry about doing the next step. Don't worry about the thing as a whole. And Inoki says, I think it's very common to get discouraged before you finish the thing. Learning to carry a thing to completion is a difficult but very, very important skill.
Okay, we got it.
Okay. Doig's run. He's run. He's gonna clean the litter trays. I think maybe she's trying to poop or something and she can't. Never has it been more urgent than to clean the litter trays. I'll finish reading some chat since I'm here and I'll drink some tea. Before it gets cold. I know he says, I'd say learning to finish a thing this way is way more important than doing it good. Yeah. I'd agree. There's a good phrase that goes, good and done is better than perfect but unfinished. Which I'd agree with. There's an animator called Habbo, and everyone is kind of blown away by how good Habbo is and how good Habbo got in such a short time. And the reason Habbo got so good in such a short time is 100% down to Habbo and his hard work and his practice, because he works super hard and he practices a lot, and it's meant that he's become a fantastic animator. But I think a lot of the reason is that Habbo is someone who is good doing a lot of small projects very quickly and finishing them. And it's not necessarily to do with Habbo getting them perfect. When he practices, it's just about getting them good and done so he can learn the lessons and move on to the next thing. Like, the amount of learning you get from doing 20 small projects is much greater than doing one big project. You learn where the mistakes are more that you make. You learn more about yourself and the way, how long it takes you to do things. You learn where your pitfalls are, where you need to push harder. You learn what kind of things you can make land and what kind of things you're still not getting. Each finished project lets you measure it against the stuff that's already out there and see, okay, where am I lacking? And so I'd say for anyone who wants to learn to do anything, doing a bunch of small experiments is always better than doing one huge project. You will definitely learn a lot through doing that huge project. But once you finish things and see it out there and see reactions to it and can hold it against other things, I think that's when a lot of the learning comes. A lot of the reflection, And Napping Terracotta says, I'm definitely an opener. Got from my mum, who would call half a job surname lovingly. Aw. In Between says, good old executive dysfunction never helps too. I don't actually know really what executive dysfunction is. I will save your Chromel until Doig is back, Inoki, because I think that's directed towards him. Oh, Shiv, hey, thank you! Ba, 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 ba. See, Shiv says, real talk, ADHD can be so deeply disabling. I think people sometimes don't realise that, yeah, you can work with it, but it's so exhausting without medication over intervention. Yeah, I'm very lucky that I have Doig to help me when things are just too much. Doig is someone who I can be like, can you reply to those emails for me? Can you send that thing to that person? And he'll do it, and just the immense sense of relief of not having it hanging over my head. I'm hoping that I can go and just see if I can get a real diagnosis now that I'm in England. I Made Soup says, yeah, that's what I'm trying right now, working on like play movement as a one whole, finishing that, then moving on to something else, etc. It's rough, but by Jove, I am trying my best. That's all you can do. If you're trying your best, then you're doing everything you can possibly do, and you should be super proud. Shiv says it was very validating to be put on medication and it worked, and me being like, okay, sick. I wasn't lazy this whole time, I just have a brain problem. I bet that feels good. Jailed over there says, honestly, I performed my debut single live in Birmingham right before the first lockdown, and it's still not released yet, which is killing me. Oh no! When's it gonna be out? It doesn't feel done yet, despite the fact it's literally done. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I get that a lot as an animator. It's a lot of projects you finish, and then they're not out for like another year, and it's like, it feels finished, but you want people to see what you did, you know? You're like, you made it so people would enjoy it and see it, and that gratification is delayed. Wood says, seeing other people finishing projects is a strong motivator for me. I never thought I'd end up making a 3D avatar, and it took a long time, but watching you guys make progress bit by bit in your own stuff really helped me see it through. Yeah, and now you have an incredible avatar! It's awesome! Just, you'd be amazed what you can do if you take things one step at a time. Take things one step at a time, and before you know it, you look down and you're like at the top of a mountain. And you're like, whoa, I've come weirdly further than I felt like I did just by doing these, just doing one step a day. Oh, Shiv says executive function is like the bit of your brain that can prioritize and stuff. So it's a bit of your brain that's like, okay, today I have to do the dishes and laundry and then work. Okay, I will spend half the morning on chores and then get to work. And in between says, something that helped with my ADHD was making sure to break down my animation to smaller shots instead of doing the whole thing in one file. Yeah, that's great. Getting that sense of progress and completing a thing keeps it from feeling constantly overwhelming. I kind of love spreadsheets for that reason. There's nothing that feels better than having a list of shots. Sorry, Doig is cleaning out the litter trays. Then having a list of shots on a spreadsheet and then being able to turn one green to be like, I did it. I've done this. Oh, Ayanoki says, executive function. Imagine the moment between I really need to do the dishes and I am doing the dishes now. What's the do thing catalyst? Executive dysfunction is when you have a really hard time triggering the catalyst between thinking the thing and doing the thing. Interesting. Yeah. Ayanoki says, I love hearing people getting correct brain care. Me too. It's a good thing. Nero, welcome! Well, happy lurking! Alex says there's executive dysfunction and then it's having no motivation to do anything, so you just can't. You know you need to and the rational part of you wants to, but you just literally can't. I think I'm lucky that I haven't tended to experience that, so I'm very lucky in that sense. There are times when I feel like I don't want to do anything because it's hopeless. It feels hopeless, like I'm pointless. But I've never had the problem where I've wanted to do something and have just found it impossible to start. When I want to do a thing, it's very hard to stop me. And it's very hard to make me do any of the other things I'm meant to be doing instead of that thing. For example, if I want to design a Pokemon with a certain typing and that's stuck in my head, it's then very difficult for me to do the dishes or the taxes or my work or anything else I want to do. That's not that one thing I'm now fixated on. And to be fair, I have the discipline to put it aside and do that stuff anyway because I know it needs to get done. But boy, is it harder than it should be to let those thoughts go. J-Led of the Dead says, I'm going to hit up some open mics first before I release it so I know I'm ready to promote it with live shows. That's a great idea. Also, I would know. I would be so scared. I think you're incredibly brave for putting yourself out there on a stage. Scary stuff. Scary stuff. I used to dream of being a rock star, but one of the things that used to scare me about it was, hey, you have to get up on stage and do the thing in front of people and get it right first time. Power says, is there treatment for executive dysfunction? I'm relating hardcore to this. And Shiv is saying, yeah, bro, the power of taking off a to-do list, unlimited power. It makes you feel like you could do anything. I made one square green in a spreadsheet and now I could piss on the moon. I could do anything. Let's see, Alex says, but actually I was productive today. I did several hours of relatively focused work breaking ground on character and plot building for a thing I've done a handshake NDA on. That's fantastic, Alex. Well done. Good day. I love those good days. Having a good day is a great thing for your brain as well. Just being like, yes, I did it. I'm replying to Palbro. Shiv says, it could possibly be underlying mental health stuff. It's often linked with depression and ADHD, also PTSD in some cases when your brain is in more of a survival mode. And Napier Terracotta says, I know there's a trick where you distract your brain by counting to 5 before doing the thing. Oh, interesting. And Onster says, that's my hyperfixation to a T. Yep. Sometimes you just gotta draw Kiryu. Sometimes you just gotta. You got commissions, but you gotta draw him.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Thank you very much for cleaning those out.
I took the number 2s out of the other 2 that threw in the rooms, but they were like, they just followed me around and started using them after I cleaned them. Yeah,
they do that, but I'm happy just to see them using them.
But yeah, I could sense by either by their chirps or their body language that like they were trying to find somewhere. They like the other ones were pretty clean, but they're cats, so they're fastidious. But I could tell we would have issues if I didn't do that immediately.
Mm-hmm. Pabro says, I don't have the I don't know what to draw. I have the I can't decide between all the things on my ever-growing list of things I want to do.
Who's saying that?
Pabro.
Ah.
That's tough. I know that feeling. Feeling of being overwhelmed and not knowing where to start on something.
I liked your idea of the spreadsheet thing with the due dates, because like if you put the tasks in the list, even if you just make up your own due dates, you could sort by what the due date is and then just do the one at the top.
Yeah. I either tend to do the one I'm most excited about, or I just choose a random one. Like, it doesn't solve the problem, but you could roll a dice or something. I think the important thing is momentum over motivation. So getting something done gives you the energy to feel good enough about yourself brain-wise to start on the other things. Finishing things is like a drug, it really is. Like, you finish one thing, you check a green box off, you like tick something off a list, suddenly your brain's like, I am powerful! You just need to get that first win in, and it doesn't really matter what the first win is.
This is good advice. I will say though, is don't pick the thing that you think is the easiest to do, because there's a chance you might underestimate it. I've seen India do this, where she picks the thing that she thinks is going to be like pretty easy, and then it turns out not to be, and the quick win turns into the slow car crash.
Yeah, that has backfired on me a couple of times.
So
I'm like, I'm in a bad way.
If you're going for a quick win, pick a task that you have experience of and you know you can do well. Don't pick something that you assume that is going to be like, well, that's just a quick, easy win. Because if you underestimate it, it isn't that. There you have like, that's a very, I've seen it. That's why I'm putting this little caveat in this advice is that if you haven't done it before, don't assume it's a quick win, because
there's times when you're like, oh, I just need a quick win, so I'll do this thing, and then you can't do the thing in time, or you get stuck in it and you're like, I can't even get the quick win.
Yeah.
I can't do anything. I can't even do this very simple, easy task I gave to myself. I'm useless. Throw self on floor.
Now, I came over and looked at the task that India thought was a quick win, and it was setting up merch on the Printful store. And then I looked at it and was like, that isn't a quick win. That's pretty complicated.
Oh, it felt like it would be.
I know, and I was trying to tell you,
Yeah.
like, and you were like, don't try and just make me feel better. I'm like looking at it, all the tabs and all the window, like everything that you have to do to get a shirt set up.
Yeah.
It's like that's a lot.
You think it's going to be as easy as popping your design in. And then suddenly before you is revealed an overwhelmingly large amount of data and stuff you need to account for and do. From shipping to VAT to downloading templates to do different parts of the shirt design on, then assemble it together so that it makes a seamless design. And just my brain just spiraled into like, this is too overwhelming, I can't do this. And what was meant to be something that was going to make me feel better and feel like I had a win to my belt and I'd been productive ended up taking a really long time, not even getting finished, and making me feel even worse.
But we got through it.
We did. We got through it thanks to Doig being nice about it and helping me. When I get too overwhelmed, Doig is there with his logic brain to fish me out.
Well, yeah, you were saying something along the lines of like, this would be much easier if there was like a template or something I could follow, and I was like, there has to be a template for this. Like,
spoilers, there was a template.
But like,
it made me feel even worse.
It was buried
because I was like, I've spent 2 hours on this. I couldn't even find the bloody template for it. Like this, I'm terrible at this.
You're not. It was buried.
Alex says, handshake NDA, but I think I can get away with saying that. Today I wrote dialogue for 2 henchmen. A well-spoken big wolf furry dude with crisp formal speech, and his anime guy peer who's more like, "Nyah, the boss says back off, see?" In my head. He has no thoughts, and I like him. Amazing. Awut says, after mentally unlocked a new ADHD, weaponized hyperfocus, I can now pick the thing I hyperfixate on some of the time. I wish that I could hyperfixate and focus on things more often, but there are so many things that need doing day to day that I know I shouldn't let myself hyperfocus on something, because it'll be to the detriment of everything else I need to do. Which sucks, because I enjoy hyperfixing on something. I really like sticking on a podcast or something and just being like, today is the day I will do this thing.
Today's the day that Swifty will have her pick.
Chertune says, I love when a 20-minute task becomes 2 hours. It's the worst. Bell Pepper says, with that whole spiel about throwing self on floor, being useless, etc., I'm now convinced India might just be a figment of my imagination. We're not real. Ba, 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 ba. I finally caught up on chat.
Nice.
Wahoo!
Finish drawing my chair though.
I will. I was just having a cup of tea.
Oh, okay.
Screw you. Feet's looking mighty good.
I'm gonna make your toes have toes.
What do you mean you're gonna make my toes have toes?
Well, right now they're just 2 little feet. I'm going to make it so that we can animate your feet.
Okay. I'm okay with that. Can I have biscuit? I'm hungry.
Oh, here you are.
Thank you. Biscuit. Biscuit time for the win. Biscuit breakfast time for the win.
So, this is what I was making for our little trailer thing that we're gonna do. It's a gift shop.
Oh, your gift shop.
For our merch.
I love it.
Yeah, I like it too.
I really want it to lie flat against the floor and then pop up and just fling whoever is on top of it.
Or, I feel like there was an or there. Oh no, the biscuit has taken him.
Kieran says, is this for the VRM model conversion, Doig? Did you manage to get it to work?
Mixed success. Haven't been back to trying to get it to work yet. This is something else.
We're still in the same place as we were at the weekend. Ah, my belly is happy now.
Good.
Alex says, despite the work being done, I'm stressed thinking about all the work left to do. I'm trying to give myself permission to feel good about today and worry about the rest tomorrow and so on. The depression means I'm so not a closer and I'm instinctively afraid of fatally losing momentum. One of the things that really helps me, and this may be easier said than done, because this could be my OCD talking, which is an aspect of myself that is both a humongous pain, but also kind of helps me in terms of organization, is something which really, really helps me is making a spreadsheet where I break down how many days I have until the deadline and how much work I would need to do in each of those days in order to hit the deadline. And hit it comfortably if you can. That means that I've done this in the past when Doig has become overwhelmed with work at night. Doig frequently does the backgrounds for night's projects. He handled the majority of them in things like Mystic Crystal. And Starlight Brigade, which had over 100 that needed doing. And sometimes during those processes he gets overwhelmed.
Yep.
And in doing so, he doesn't want to look at how many are left.
Nope.
He just wants to work through them, put his head down and not think about it.
Yep.
Because he's scared about how many are left. It feels overwhelming, the amount of work that's left to do. And in those moments, I think you have to force yourself to look, because it's better the devil you know. So something that I do for Mike in those times is I will do a spreadsheet where I break down, we have 40 days left to do this, or we have 20 days left, or however many days we have, this is how many days we have left to do it. These are how many backgrounds there are left for you to complete in that time.
Yeah.
And you know, we put the totals of both. We divide the number of backgrounds by the days remaining, so we can tell how many backgrounds he needs to do a day in order to get this done. And if it's like, you have to make sure you account for things like weekend as well at any time that you're away, and try and give yourself a little bit of a buffer by at least 3 days, preferably a week, in case you can't get one done one day for any reason. And if it looks like it's going to be too overwhelming and too much, then we break it down further. Then we go, okay, so which of these backgrounds are really important? Or really complex? How many of these backgrounds are only on screen for 1 second or are really simple? And we assign them A, B, and C. So A is, this is important, or this will take a long time and has a lot of detail, or both. B's are, this will take a, regular amount of time. I could spend a long time on this, I could spend shorter on this. It's not super important, it's not super big, it just needs to get done. And the C's are, this is on screen for half a second, no one's going to see it. Or this is basically just Spacescape with stars on it. I could do this in probably half an hour.
Do you know the background in Starlight Brigade when the pyramid explodes and it's got like the green thing behind it? Mm-hmm. Think of it. I think it starts one way and it has the green thing behind it. I can bring it up if people can't remember. I did that in like 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. I basically got a texture brush, plopped a huge amount on the color around the place, and then just added a radial blur to make it explode.
Show us.
Show you the background.
Yeah. So we break them down. If it feels too overwhelming, we break it down to A, B, and C. And then we'll do things like, okay, so you can do 2 or 3 C backgrounds in a day. You can only do 1 A in a day, and some A's are going to take 2 days. And we do it like that, where we're like, okay, we need to balance the number of A's, B's, and C's against how much time we have to make sure this is doable. That way, you can sometimes get 3, 4 C backgrounds done in a day. And it brings the number down and makes it more doable. But the A backgrounds are somewhere you're going to want 2 days for it. Once we have that broken down and we feel like we have a plan, suddenly that future time, it doesn't feel so scary anymore. It feels more manageable. Because now the future is sorted for you. No. You don't need to worry about the huge amount ahead of you. If you just do these 2 C backgrounds today, you're on track. And you can relax the rest of the day, you can watch anime, you can do whatever you want. Do those 2 C backgrounds today, do that 1 B tomorrow, and you're set. You don't need to worry about it, because you know that if you do that amount of work and if you get those done, then you're on track. You've worked it all out.
This one took me 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it's the money shot.
Yeah. Most of the time was trying to pick a point in space to radial out from that looked satisfying.
Alex says, that makes a lot of sense, India. All very rational. Unfortunately, I've never written for the format I'm writing dialogue and developing story for video games. So it's kind of hard to predict my pace. My apprehension is the pace will be a curve pointing down. It may well be. I think your best bet in that case is to overestimate. Overestimate what time you think it will take. And try and get the foundational work done as soon as you can. Doing things like saying, I'm going to lay out how I want everything to go. I'm going to write a first draft in the next week or 2. And then from there, some things I can refine, some things, if I absolutely need to, I can then just leave some things as they are in the first draft. And it'll still be written. So it doesn't necessarily, I have a fallback, you know?
Yeah, under promise, over deliver, but to yourself. Yeah, you can overestimate, and then when you if you hit that, then you estimate it correctly. If you do it quicker, then you do it quicker. Just build a pace mechanic into your spreadsheet plans.
Yeah, Inoki says, I know some people for whom this philosophy would help, and others who it would paralyze. Yeah, I think that's the OCD thing in me. It's I always feel better when I have a plan. And the hard part is making myself make those plans, But once I do, I know I always feel better. And I just have to like justify to myself that the time I'm losing putting into making the plan is going to make the entire process easier to do, because it's so easy for me to be like, I should be doing the actual work rather than spending an hour and a half making a spreadsheet for it. But it always makes me feel better. But that's, I think, because of the mesh of my personality. I don't know if that would work for everyone. That's just what personally helps me. I'd love to be able to give advice that would be helpful to everyone, but I can only speak from what I know. And sadly, I'm like, there are specific things that help me that probably won't help other people. But does anyone in chat have any advice that would help people for whom making spreadsheets is paralyzing in itself?
I thought about putting a little row of flowers along the front. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just do this instead.
I mean, I quite like that. I think it's cute. Oh, Pups Up Arid. Uh-oh. Well, I got it. I can read the caramel. Ben says, Indy woke up. She went to the living room and saw Doig had been tied down to the floor with ropes. A saw blade was slowly moving across the floor towards him. Indy went to untie Doig, but realised it would be quicker with a knife. She ran into the kitchen and saw all the knives were in the washing up bowl. It would be unhygienic to save Doig with a dirty knife. Indy washed the knife. Might as well wash the other dishes quick while we are here. One plate was particularly dirty. Oops. I like that one. That one's funnier than it is horrific. I love it. I Made Soup says, for me it's like I need the structure of a plan, but I also need the freedom of diverting from that plan. For my internship I'm doing VFX for a game, but I'm kind of bouncing between characters and environment stuff, mainly because I don't have specified deadlines from above as of yet. Yeah.
Set your own deadlines.
Spontaneity and enabling for that. That's cool.
I need that. I think I need that as well. And I need to be able to bounce around.
Mm-hmm. I used to think that I was better bouncing around, but I really like to just be able to focus on one thing.
Yeah, I don't think you are.
No, I don't think I am either. I think I'm maybe good bouncing between two things, but as soon as I have like more than 3 or 4 on my plate, I'm like, okay, I'm done. This is like become too overwhelming for me now. This is doing the opposite of helping.
I find that when we structure and plan like how many I need to do per day, it alleviates the panic that I have, but I still find it difficult to stick to those goals.
Yes, frequently I come back in a week later and ask you how it's going and you haven't even looked at the spreadsheet since the day we made it, let alone mark things off it.
Yeah. So I've yet to find a structure that actually works for me.
It's just that it's better to keep your eyes open and see the deadline coming than it is to close your eyes and hope that it'll pass you. Like, it can be scary and hard to face, but it's better to face it.
I'm simply just not meant for this world.
You're not meant for this world! Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know that feeling for sure. British Bigfoot says, sometimes I'll estimate how long it will take me to do something and then I'll double that estimate to give myself a comfortable time frame to work in. Also gives me enough time if there are things beyond my control that keep me away from work or if I mess up. That's true.
Yeah, do the is it
3? That's the way I always think of it, is it's going to take me 3 times longer to do this than I think it's going to. The problem is that when I'm giving that estimate to work, I always feel awful because I feel like they feel like I should be doing it faster,
Dude, isn't like there's a scene from Star Trek where he was like, always tell them it'll take twice longer, so when you do it quicker, then they're like, oh wow, you're amazing.
For me, it's like it always does shake out taking 3 times longer than I think it's going to do.
Then you're giving them accurate estimates then.
Yeah, it's just, it feels bad that it takes me that long. I guess I'm just a slow worker. Morning, Kimmy.
Do you know what's better than like work handed in
Desserts.
like earlier than other work? Great work that it takes the amount of time it needs.
Thank you. Ayanoki says, India, my chromel at Doig, please. Yeah, Ayanoki sent a chromel into you while you were cleaning the litter trays.
Oh.
And I held off on it because I wanted you to be here because it's specifically for you.
Okay. From Ayanoki.
Yeah, Ayanoki said 36 minutes ago, no self-deprecation around here, mister. You're great and you do very wonderful things.
Oh, thank you.
Also, Onster, thank you so much for the subscription. Onster said I'm off to work. That was ages ago though, so she's probably gone. I hope that you have a good day at work, Onster, even though you're probably not here.
Didn't she say, I'm off of work?
Wait. Yes! It wasn't to, it was of. That's very different. Congratulations! I missed one as well from Pilkey. Pilkey says, do you have to go through the gift shop on your way out of the brig? Not that you'd want to advertise your merch to a bunch of raiders just after they beat you or anything. I kind of love that idea.
If we're in the...
We have to go through the gift
brig.
shop to get out of the brig.
Yeah, sure.
That's kind of wonderful, Pilkey. You're a little bit of a genius. Check the post-its. One sec, let me grab it. Here we go. Prepare for trouble and make it double. There we are. Team Doig Swift.
Nice.
Yeah. Swifty Doigles. I love them so much. I love them so much. This is my dream. This is what I want to be. I just want to be Jessie when I grow up. That's all I want to be. I just want to steal Pokemon.
What's stopping
And
you?
have a blimp. She's too fabulous, man. It's so good. Thank you so much, Ayanoki. It's amazing. To escape the brig, we have to go through the perfume aisle. Wait, is that from something? I feel like that's from Zoolander or something. Oh, also, pal, if you're here, the Deltarune thumbs. Is there anything I can do to help with those today? I want to see if we can hammer those out sooner rather than later so we can start uploading lit episodes. And I am good to help out with them today. If you want to fire any work my way, please do feel free to.
Just let Swifty know what ones are remaining and fire them her way.
Yeah, or which ones you feel you're not sure what to do with. Try to tick things off the list, you see. This is my attempt to tick things off the list. Alright, Doig, I think you're pretty good to go. I should probably colour you in. I don't have the palette available though, so what do you want me to do about that?
Just color it and then we can adjust the colors.
Okay.
There's one for you as well.
What do you mean there's one for me?
You come onto screen.
Oh, thank
Well.
you. Then I'm not done. Never mind.
You're not done drawing.
Barbara says, I'm here! I've been making progress, I'll let you know. Thank you! Feel free to message me during the stream, or I'll message you just after and check in as well. For those who don't know, Pablo is helping me out with the Deltarune thumbs. Just need to add a little overlap here. Always be overlapping. Never not be overlapping. I know that you can fill this. Come on. Come on, I know you can. Close gap. Yes.
Halvor says, are you sure you don't have more important tasks to take on India? I don't want you to take on extra work. You could rest or do other stuff. Here's the thing though, Palbro. Our editor is like at the point where they're finishing editing episodes. So for India, the thing that would alleviate stress for her is getting that stuff up on the channel. And if she can do anything to like get that out of her mental head, she's gonna do it, and she'll probably feel better than just going relaxing.
Yeah, it's my green box to take, basically. So. It's, you know, feeling like I've got that squared away and I don't need to worry about it anymore. That's like, okay, awesome. It's my green box. So I'm happy to do it.
With the book kind of out there, a lot of our plans and stuff that we wanted to like do, like Magic Boys and the Deltarune playthrough and the stuff, it's like it's suddenly more, well, it's always been a priority, but it's suddenly more like, wow, we said we would do this, let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's also just I'm very aware that Curly's been doing these Magic Boys things for us for like over a year at this point, and we haven't released anything yet that she's been editing for us. And she's done such a good job and put so much work into it. I really want to get them out. And I keep dang forgetting to do the Magic Boy thumbnail things. It's like I want to do them today, but I know that Doig's at work for most of the day. So I have to try and remember for when he's off work to ask him about it so we can do that. But yeah, getting something done is gonna help my brain. Feel like I'm making progress. Don't worry, Pablo. I'll upload the thumbs to the episodes. No worries. Oh, Alex says you missed this follow-up, which is okay, but I'm working on believing that I can break the pattern and close out the full deliverables. I just need to not give up on the task. Being brave. You got this, Elix. You got it. If anyone can do it, it's you. Oh, bought some magic. See you. Have a good sleep. Martina says maybe there's something I can do to help with the thumbnails. Yeah, if you have any free time, we could all jump onto it. The three of us could tackle it like Team Rocket. Yeah, the Magic Boy thumbnails are waiting on Doig and I. Basically, we need to reinstall the game, and we need to install a earlier version that will still work with the mod patch. Then we need to go into the game and take screenshots so that Martina has something to work with. So Martina's waiting on us.
It might be easier than to just download the right patch if I can figure out how to like extract out our saves. It might just be easier for both of us to just download the version rather than try and like do the whole version control thing part of it, because I tried that going into the codes and stuff and it didn't really work. But maybe we can just spend the time downloading the whole new, just downloading it again.
Yeah, I'll do whatever you think is best.
Basically Skyrim updated and now it doesn't work with Skyrim together, which means we can't get into the world. But maybe like you were saying, just to go, like to save time, just go into the saves ourselves and then take screenshots. But I wanted to have cool ones where we're posing together.
Yeah, well, we can do that. We will need to download a camera mod for the game so that we can pan around and do that.
Martina linked us that, didn't she?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I just never want to assume that your free time is for, you know, I never want to take advantage of your free time, Martina. Like, I want to leave you time to do your own thing.
I thought for a second you were talking to me and I was like, oh, that's... Oh. Dog, do the thing. Do the thing now.
But yeah, so Martina's waiting on us for that.
Right, okay.
So that's something that we have to do, but that's something I can't do until Doig is off work. However, the Deltarune thumbs I can do while Doig is at work. So that's a plan that I have. Could Martina try and extract thumbnail material straight out of the episode footage? She could. However, there's a little problem just in the fact that because we do split screen on this, both screens are like half the size that they would usually be. So it's even harder than it would usually be to go into a to go into a screenshot, grab something and enlarge it up without it looking super blurry. Because, yeah, half of the screen is Doig and half of the screen is me. So we were just going to give Martina a bunch of assets. Much like we did for the Doig Swift thumbnails, where we kind of gave Martina a bunch of poses of the Doig and Swift puppets. We want to do the same thing with the Magic Boys. The problem is just that doing so requires a lot of setup of Doig and I installing stuff and then troubleshooting stuff to get it to work. But it might also be faster than we'd think when we start doing it. You'll be needing some new poses and new outfits. Oh yeah! I almost forgot. We should give you some for like Halloween and stuff as well, huh? Just for when that comes round.
What do you mean the merch?
Yeah. But it got me thinking that there's also like, there's the winter gear and stuff, and it might be nice to have poses in all of the different outfits that we have, just in case. Oh yeah, yeah.
Using 3D or assistive tools, I saw a post by one of the layout artists, or the lead layout artist on Dead End Paranormal Park, and they had 3D modeled the whole park, and I was like, yes, it's such a good idea, because you could just point the camera at it and then do paint overs, and it all feels like a cohesive, consistent whole. I'm currently working on production where we were in a room, and like we didn't do that for the room, and I wish we had, because it would make it a lot more of a like consistent feeling space. So for every production, India, that we're on from now on, 3D layouts forever. 3D layouts forever.
I'm okay with that, as long as we don't become beholden to them.
3D layouts forever.
I'm fine with that, as long as we don't become beholden to them.
That's fine.
Cool. Sing along to the midnight radio. Just imagine the poses you can get when the VRM stuff is done. Baby. I feel like the VRM stuff is just going to be our heads though. we were gonna have our bodies animated, animated differently
We don't
on like
have
a
VR
loop.
suits, nor do I have any interest in wearing a VR suit.
Dragon Lady says, I'm addicted to Midnight Radio because of you two, thank you. It's a good song, isn't it? To the Midnight Radio. Bell Pepper says, fascinating. I don't know why I got hung up on the purest idea of using 3D or assistive tools as a crutch and using them for 2D makes you a bad artist. I might be finally waking up. Yeah, I think rather than seeing them as a crutch, see them as something which helps you learn. Nothing is going to help you learn perspective better than looking at actual perspective. We can't be expected to do everything from our brains. Like, the way to learn is to keep trying and practicing and using something like perspective, so. Ayanoki says, since Doig Swift comes on at midnight, this stream is basically my midnight radio. That's cute. Yeah, it's a shame that so many starting artists feel like using reference is cheating, because they end up hamstringing their own development for a long time because of pride. And I don't know who puts those ideas into their heads. I don't know if it's art teachers. I can't imagine art teachers would say that. Maybe it's just an instinct thing. Like, it's instinctual.
Maybe.
For me, it was always instinctual. It was just a like source of pride that I did everything myself, you know?
Maybe it's just the seeking approval part of ourselves, and like the yes, but you did this part of it, aspect of it. Which is hashtag useless.
Yeah, I think there was a part of me that felt like if I can do something without needing reference,
Then I'm even greater.
Better, yeah, than someone who uses reference. The problem was I could never follow through in it. The stuff that I did without reference was never better than the people who used reference because I wasn't looking at what I was trying to draw. My opposite one is creative because I was going with a mental library that was limited rather than the infinite inspiration of the outside world. You know, everything that we animate, that we do, is based on emotions from life, poses from life, things we're seeing. Expanding that mental library is so important. Let's see, Velpepper says, as I was working on the drawing, I kept thinking, oh gosh, am I a tracer now? Is it still tracing if I'm literally tracing my my own work? But I have to say, once I was done, that was the coolest drawing I've made in years. Yeah, and it's a great feeling, right? It's the feeling of like, I could have been doing this the whole time. It unlocks more possibilities for you with your art. I think that's the really exciting thing about it. Pilky says, with the miniature painting, I had a lot of, how did they get such an amazing effect on their model? It must have taken such an incredibly long time. And then I saw the pros are just like, dry brush go brrr. Yep. Kind of mind-blowing, right? But I think the thing is that eventually when you've used perspective a lot, when you've looked at it a lot, when you've done figure drawing a lot, when you've looked at that stuff a lot, you can start to do it from your head. And it looks way more convincing than someone who hasn't looked at any of that stuff. Because you have a reference library, like you know how it works. You know, and eventually you can start doing that stuff from your head and getting it pretty correct. Pretty dead on. I think the important thing with reference is to not let it drive you or direct you too much. Just making sure that you leave that room for artistic expression and pushing the poses.
Yeah, just make sure you're still part of the process.
Yeah. Make sure you're interpreting it. Do you have any meetings on today, by the way?
Oh, actually, Wednesday. Yeah, I got one in 5.
Got one in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Thanks for letting me know. Like, thanks for making me get me to check.
Oh yeah, no
What you
worries.
doing, kitties? What you doing? You gonna jump on my chair? All right.
Both
Okay,
of
you're
them.
gonna fight on my chair. You lost, Sparrow. You lost. King Kuma rules.
She couldn't even get up to the top.
All right, that means we have to head off so that I can go to this meeting.
So you can do thing.
Yeah, so I can do a thing. I'm also scared because I'm not wearing any trousers, and when they fight on my chair, they tend to climb up whatever they can get up, and I'm here with.
You're climbable.
I'm climbable with no fabric.
I hope you have a great day at work today, Mike.
Thank you. Yeah, so I got a little window in and little plants outside our gift shop.
Wahoo! And I have pretty much got this done. I just need to colour it.
Cool.
And then I'll send it to you. And
pop
you
it
can
to
do
me.
it afterwards.
Sweet. Thanks, love.
Yeah, you're welcome. I hope that everybody else has an incredible day today. Best of luck, everyone, with all of your brainworms.
Put on some pants, Doig. I will go. It's very warm.
It is very warm. It was so warm yesterday. That may have been a contributing factor to my migraine. But yeah, everybody have an incredible day. Thank you so much for being here. We're gonna raid Max Grek. Amazing.
Oh, sweet. He's awesome.
One of these days we'll catch Paperbox House while he's streaming.
One day.
One day.
One day.
Yeah, good luck, Caro. Good luck, everybody. Have an incredible day, y'all. I hope that you all manage your workloads okay today and just have fun. Ape shit.
That was so long ago.
It was the first thing Ula said this morning. It's
And you
okay,
got
I've
that
read
one.
all of these,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, let's go. Bye.
Until next time
May the rest
of your day
be filled.
with adventure.
Adventure. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.